Starting with the very basic knots, this is for putting at the end of a rope to stop it going through and splitting and going through pulleys, etc. It's called a figure of 8. That, if you look at that, you will see the 8 figure there. Just pull it tight. That will then produce a little block which stops it going through things. If you want to join two lines, if they're the same thickness, you use what's called a reef knot. That reef knot, I'm showing you these two, they are the same thickness, overhand like that. That one goes round like that, and that is what you end up with. It's all too easy to get the second one the wrong way round, and if you do get it the wrong way round and the tension is put on the rope, it's very difficult to undo it. But if you keep this one like that, then tension's put on it, pulls it really tight. You can always, when releasing it, just bend one of these back to release it, and it'll come open again quite easily. So that is a reef knot.
And what's that for use for, Peter?
That is for joining any lines of equal thickness.
And what purpose would it be put to?
Originally in the Navy, that was used to reef down the sails. When they had a piece of string each side close to the bottom of a sail, it was taken round and underneath the boom, which is the bit of wood that goes along the bottom of the sail, and reduce the amount of sail area when the wind gets stronger. That's why it's called a reef knot. It's called reefing the sail.
What uses can we put that kind of knot at home and in the garden?
If you have a lot of pieces of string, I always use my pieces of string 2 or 3 times. Sometimes they last for 4 or 5 years. When I'm tying up the beans, particularly runner beans where you're making a wigwam shape and you want to join two lines, whether it's a piece of string or a full-size piece of rope, as long as they're the same thickness, you can use that knot perfectly successfully. Let's say you've got a branch of a tree which is broken and you want to make yourself really secure up a tree, and the only thing you've got is just a piece of rope. Firstly, use a rope which is big enough and strong enough. This would be the minimum size of rope that you should rely on if your life depends on it. This is a piece of polypropylene, but anything is better than polypropylene, nylon, terylene, anything like that. But if your life depends on it, I wouldn't use a clove hitch or a rolling hitch. I would use a knot called a Roundturn and 2 half hitches. How to make that? Firstly, you go around the object you want to tie to, whether it's a branch of a tree or something else. Full round turn, just as simple as that. And then you put a half hitch here and snug it up. Another half hitch going round the same way. That is a round turn and 2 half hitches. Put a third one in if your life depends on it, and then it's completely reliable. That is a round turn and 3 half hitches. Very reliable knot. Serious action must be taken on climate change within this decade.